And what are we making today, guys?
What are we making today?
Tell them what we're going to make, Luke.
Halloween blocks.
Today's Halloween blocks.
Let's go on an adventure today.
For our project, we're going to be using a 4x4, wood glue, drill bits, sandpaper, and this paint. Here we're going to cut our blocks to length so we can get started on our project. Now that we have cut our blocks to length, we are going to sand them. This is something that we like to have the kids help us do. You can use a palm sander, just some regular sandpaper, or if you have a drum sander, which we're going to show you all three options. So we're going to take the blocks from looking like this to like this. Turn it on. So just hold this paper, hold it. I'm going to turn it like this, and then this hand, and hold the block.
Okay.
Okay?
Recording us at all.
Good job. This is a drum sander, so if you really want to get that rounded edge look and put some of the indentation like we've done here, this is the tool to use. So we're going to use this to really round our edges, get this indentation, and round our tops and bottom edges. So you're going to tilt it at an angle this way and run it back and forth. Now to get those indentations, you'll just kind of hold it at one spot a little longer. Then you get something that looks like this. I want a few more indentations, so I'm going to work on that side a little bit more. All right, here we have our blocks sanded. This is our smallest one, which is going to become the pumpkin. So you're going to want to go out and find a twig or branch. We just pulled this off of one of the trees out of our yard. And we're going to drill a hole in the top. So you'll need a spade bit, whatever diameter of twig you're going to use. Ours happens to be 5/8, so that's what we're using. We like to drill it at a little bit of an angle. That way your branch isn't sticking straight up. It gives it a little bit of a more authentic look.
This one might be Frankenstein.
Maybe, huh? Okay, so I've got my helper here. I'm going to start our hole, and then he's going to take over drilling. Okay.
I want to do this by myself.
Okay, hold on. Let me just get it in the right spot, okay? All right, Luke, go ahead.
By myself.
Keep going. Okay, and stop. Okay, so when you're done drilling your hole, it will look like this. And we'll take our twig and set it in. And as you can see, because we did it on an angle, It sits a little bit at an angle, so now we can go paint him and get him ready to finish. You might not be able to find a twig or stick the exact size of a spade bit, so what we have done with this one is take a utility knife and shave down the edges to get it the size that we would like. Once we have it painted, we will bring it out here, we will put wood glue in the hole, and then we'll stick our twig in and let that sit and dry in there. For our Frankenstein and our pumpkin, we paint them black first, and then we'll put the orange and the green color over them. For the mummy and the ghost, we'll paint them white. So we've just got the kids painting the black on the blocks to start with.
Are you helping me, Mom?
Yeah,
Thanks.
you're doing a great job.
Well, I am trying to
Here,
paint.
Jim's feeding me. Are you ready to turn?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. You're moving the tablecloth. Let me help you, okay?
Grandma, look at my second side. My second side's done.
We now have our blocks ready to start painting our faces, and I am not a very good freehand artist here, so I, with a pencil, am drawing my faces on. You can freehand them if you feel so inclined. So here's our ghost and our Frankenstein. I'm just drawing our pumpkin and our mummy eyes, and then we'll get painting our faces on our blocks. So the fun thing about these is if you're making them on your own, you can put whatever kind of face you want on. We're just kind of doing like a traditional pumpkin face, Frankenstein, and ghost face, but you can really make them whatever you would like, and you can use whatever colors you like. This is just what we chose to do. Something else that we didn't mention when the kids were painting is I put down an old tablecloth, so it doesn't matter if they get paint on it. We also put the kids in big old t-shirts so that when they get paint on themselves, because they will, they're not ruining their own clothes or their nice clothes. Right, I'm starting with Frankenstein. I'm gonna start with the white part of his eyes so we can come back in with the black and outline. I am, from my pencil marks, starting close to my mark but not quite on it, and pulling away from it. We'll probably end up doing a couple of coats of white. All right, so we have our faces painted on. To give it kind of a finished look and a nice look, we're going to outline our eyes. Just as you can see here on the Frankenstein, we've done an outline of black. So we're gonna go ahead and do that to our mummy eyes. Give everything on our pumpkin a nice outline so everything gives it a nice crisp line. So we're going to be using this thinner brush to do that. And then we'll also add in the ghost a little bit of white in his eyes for the detail. And then we are going to put the stem in the pumpkin and put a spray finish coat on them. So check out how we do that. So you're just gonna get a tiny bit on your brush. You wanna have, I like to keep my hand rested on what I'm painting and just do a nice steady line there. For our finished mummy look, we are going to take cheesecloth and wrap anywhere where there is white. I like the look of it in strips, so we're gonna cut it into about 1-inch strips. And then we've done a square piece to start us off on the top. We are doing 2 layers of the cheesecloth just because that's the look that I like. You can do however many layers you want. And I am just attaching it with a hot glue gun. You'll just continue wrapping this guy all the way till you get to the bottom. I like to not just do straight lines across either, so sometimes I'm pulling it a little bit at an angle, and that helps just give it a fun look. It also makes it so that at times you're layering over, so it's thicker and thinner in different places, just giving it a more dimensional look. To put Frankenstein's bolts in, I just like to eyeball it because I don't like them to be perfect. So what I've done is made a little mark where I want my bolt to go on either side. And then I'm going to pre-drill with a 5/16 bit. We're going to do that on both sides. Then we're going to take our bolt and put it in. To finish the pumpkin, I'm going to just take some wood glue, put it in the hole, in the bottom of the hole. I'm going to do it kind of thick. And then I'm going to put a little bit of glue around the base that I'm using. We're just gonna stick it in, push it down tight, and then I'm gonna wipe the glue from around the base.
Here are our Halloween blocks. We have a ghost, a pumpkin, and Frankenstein with these nails, and in this pumpkin with this long head, and the ghost painted white, and the mummy wrapped up with eyes. Thanks for watching.